The parliamentary constituency of South Down contains over 30,000 Ulster Unionist voters, all of them white. Samuel Cowan is a part-time farmer, a part-time plumber and a part-time loyalist politician. As the Assistant Secretary of the South Down Imperial Unionist Association, he placed an advertisement in the Banbridge Chronicle 10 days ago, seeking a new parliamentary candidate for the constituency. Seldom can the small ads column of a tiny local paper have netted such a spectacular catch.
Yes, I think that Enoch Powell, if elected, my views would be that he should be a very useful politician for South Down. Not only would he be the ordinary type of politician, but he is well known throughout the world of a man that stands out. And I think that for South Down, if we had someone to represent us his calibre, we would be then in the eyes of the public very much.
Why do you want to be in the eyes of the public very much?
Well, in Ulster today, it would seem that people haven't been taking very much notice of the Ulster politicians. If you go back to the last Westminster election, when the Ulster people sent forward 11 Unionists, very little notice was taken of this great victory in Ulster.
In the 6 months since his dramatic withdrawal as MP for Wolverhampton South West, Mr Powell has assiduously cultivated his contacts with the Unionist leadership in Ulster. He's become a regular speaker at Loyalist rallies, described by the Unionist Party leader, Harry West, as the only influential friend we have in English politics.
Henceforward, heartily and candidly, they must recognise that this province is part and parcel by as good a right as any other of the United Kingdom.
In return for Mr Powell's influential friendship, the leaders of the Ulster Unionists were prepared to offer him the thing he most needed, a route back to Westminster. The chairman of the South Down Unionist Association, Herbie Hislop, was advised some weeks ago by party headquarters in Belfast that Mr Powell would be available. His reply was a considered one.
Oh, well, I didn't react. I indicated that possibly I would discuss it with the officers and leaders in South Down.
And did you do that?
Oh, I did, yeah.
And what was the reaction?
Well, people, it's really, you know, someone like Mr Powell, a very big name, naturally people would have to think something like that over, and they just didn't reply right away. You know, they give it some thought.
How do you react to the accusations made against Mr Powell that he is carpet-bagging, he's using this seat?
Oh, I don't believe that for 1 minute myself.
But he's certainly not an Ulsterman, or he's an Englishman coming over to take over an Irish and Ulster seat.
Yes, but we're very outward-looking people, and I don't think we worry about that. We have had people from outside Ulster before. You remember Carson wasn't an Ulsterman.
The Englishman, Sir Edward Carson, became the intractable leader of the Ulster Protestants 60 years ago. He shared with Mr Powell the gift of oratory and piercing eyes, and became for the Loyalists the uncrowned King of Ulster. Newry is now one of the centres of the IRA, a stopping place on the direct route from Dublin to Belfast, with an unemployment rate of nearly 1 in 4. The town has been without power for the past 3 weeks because of IRA intimidation of electricity workers. It was the Catholics of Newry who helped provide the SDLP with over 25,000 votes, 6,000 short of the Unionist, at the last general election. They do not regard South Down as a gift-wrapped, safe Unionist seat.
I don't think that Mr Powell realised that there's a possibility he'd be beaten by the SDLP in this contest. In fact, majority in the last election was something like 5,000 votes, which isn't in fact a safe seat. And certainly we'll be putting a very, very strong candidate into the field here. We'll be fighting a very strong campaign to ensure that people like carpetbaggers, in fact, like Enoch Powell, who come into a situation where death, violence and destruction is the order of the day, doesn't in fact get back to Westminster to misrepresent the constituency of South Down. And certainly, as far as I'm concerned, I'm mildly amused and indeed mildly contemptuous of the fact that the Wolverhampton Wanderer is coming over here to intrude in a situation that he knows absolutely nothing about.